Addison Rae's New York was featured in last week's Apple event, and while it doesn't look like it's featured in any ads to this point, it did get me thinking about Apple's power in music. Of course, first and foremost with iTunes, now with Apple Music. But also, Apple's marketing has always been a commercial force in music. There are many famous examples of this. Jet's Are You Gonna Be My Girl became a breakout hit after being featured in an Apple ad. Chairlift pretty famously had their breakthrough moment after Bruises was featured in an Apple ad. They've always had a knack for kind of plucking out the next big indie act. Not to say that Addison Rae is an indie act. And I think this speaks to Apple's historical ability to really look like they have their finger on the pulse and really move culture in music. Outside of these song examples I gave, I'd also look to the colored silhouettes that were in like the iPod ads in the 2000s. That has truly become like canon iconography of that era. It's always like one of the aesthetic references when people are kind of doing that era. Even the classic Apple wired earbud has become such an aesthetic touch point, even for Addison Rae specifically. But I don't think Apple has the power here they once did. You may note that all of my examples are not exactly recent. So perhaps this Addison Rae feature is an indication that they're looking to get back into the game. Again, Addison has already kind of tied herself to a lot of this aesthetic world, so I think it's a very logical pick. And also, as Apple seems to be making some aesthetic references to their past eras, even in the look of like the new iPhones. This was kind of a random video idea I had, but what do you think of Apple's place in musical culture? Let me know.